If the thought of sitting down and writing a long essay makes your heart pound and palms sweat, you'll no doubt be impressed by this story. We're about to meet an author who's written an entire book while still in middle school.
That's right. She was only 11 when Rubiee Lafave-Norlin decided to write a novel. It's called The Ways of Wolves. Now 13 years old, Rubiee recently had a book signing. That must have been exciting to have people lining up to buy your book and asking you to sign it. Can you describe it?
Yeah, it was really great. I had more than 50 people showed up. I'm not too great around big crowds, but I felt like it went really well. I read an excerpt from my book to the people.
I'm sure it went well. Now, your story is about a young wolf named Blue Jay. Abandoned by his family, he struggles to find a pack he can join. What gave you the idea to write about an orphaned wolf?
Well, I've always loved wolves and nature, and it's just been something I've loved my whole life. So writing about it and making Blue Jay as a character, it was just really interesting to put him in that situation for me and see what would happen.
We don't want to give away the story, so let me just ask, what did you want readers to take away from your book?
Well, I'm hoping they learn a lesson from Blue Jay's story about kindness and forgiving others, even if they've done you wrong.
That's certainly a good message. What inspired you to tackle such a big challenge as writing a book?
Well, for me, just because I love writing and I had the time. I was the pandemic, so everyone was inside and they had lots of time on their hands. And for me, I just spent that time writing and doing what I loved.
Like most of us, you spent much of that time at home. But unlike most of us, you live in a rather unusual community. It's on the West Coast, in Washington State. You and your family live on an island called Ketron in Puget Sound. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's a fairly isolated island, only about 10 houses on it. So there's not much for you to do, but I like it because I get a lot of inspiration for my stories from like the isolated area and the wilderness.
Wow, 10 houses? How many people live there?
I believe the population is 24.
My science class has more students than that. So what's school like?
Well, I do online school with Washington Virtual Academies, so I feel like I'm able to manage my schedule and have a lot of flexibility for writing and doing anything else I want to do.
Okay, so after you wrote The Ways of Wolves, how did you get it published?
I self-published with a website, which isn't how it's not like traditional publishing, but I feel like it worked better for me.
For those of us who don't know about self-publishing, how does it work?
Well, for me, I just I sent my writing in and I answered questions about how I wanted the book to be or be sold at. So I feel like it was pretty simple.
Is it expensive?
It was a bit expensive, but I don't plan to do it for every one of my books. I just feel like it was a really good option for a first.
Best of luck on this book and any others you write.
Thank you.
If you feel you might have a book inside you, but are intimidated by the fear that you can't do it, listen to this. A. Milne, the man who wrote the Winnie the Pooh story, said, "Almost anyone can be an author." Okay, now that you have that encouragement, get writing. And when you get published, you can write to thank us. For Teen Kids News, I'm Reese.